Hey everybody. Unfortunately, we couldn't meet in person this year, but we still wanted to have an award ceremony, so we are going to come to you virtually. To my right, Mr. Tate is here with me. To my left, we have Miss Becker and also Miss Polly. So without further ado, we will begin the award ceremony with Miss Polly and the fall play.
Hi Blackhawks, we miss you a whole bunch. Last year's fall play, 12 Angry Jurors, was quite frankly one of the things that I've been most proud of being a director at Westera High School in my time here. You were so outstanding, all 14 of you, and I cannot imagine a better cast for that particular show. We can't give everybody an award, right? So there were 4 outstanding performers, 4 kids who went above and beyond because of the character they played, but also because of the character they are as people and what they put into it. So the 4 outstanding performers are as follows: Isaiah Watson, Ellie Ketley, Micah Hett, and Sydney Poss. The 4 of you and your 10 fellow cast members did an incredible job, and I will always remember that cast super fondly. Thanks, guys. And lastly, a very special thank you to 3 individuals who made it possible that Miss Polly did not go insane. Ayana Mann, Caitlin Foth, and Ethan Gonzalez. Thank you so much for being outstanding student directors.
Thanks, Polly. And now we are going to hear from Miss Becker for the winter play.
Hello, my sweet cherubs. This year's winter play was And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. With a small cast and a really spectacular performance from everyone, I found determining my award recipients really difficult this year. And before I announce the winners of these awards, I want to say this. To my cast, every single one of you is deserving of an award this year. You brought something special, each of you did, and something all your own to this show, without which we would not have had as amazing of a performance as we did. But alas, Supreme Leader Ruffalo told me I had to make a decision. So here we go. My first award goes out to a young lady who was an upperclassman newcomer last year. And over the course of the past 2 shows with her, I have watched her not only develop as an actor, but I've also watched her grow as a human being. She came to me as a very quiet person, and while she still remains pretty quiet off stage, her on-stage persona has grown into a confident and sturdy force every time she steps on a set. This year I was amazed as I watched this used-to-be novice taking charge of her character work, practicing her blocking, and in my opinion, adopting probably one of the most convincing British accents we had in the whole cast. I'm so incredibly proud of how far she has come, and while she's graduated this year, I hope she continues this passion for theater throughout the rest of her life. So I present my first award, the Outstanding Dedication Award, to Madeline Simmons. Congratulations, Madeline, and while we know you graduated, always know that our stage is here to welcome you home. My second award goes out to a young man who was new to me this year, and when I chose this show, I was taking a pretty huge risk because there was one character who really had to have the perfect casting. The voice, the demeanor, and the look all had to work together like a fine-tuned machine in order for this character to be as innocently deceptive as possible. And once I saw this young man's audition, I knew immediately that my risk was worth it because he fit the bill. As rehearsals went on, I was amazed at how quickly he had begun memorizing his lines, asking to try scenes without his script only about a month in. And he was consistently asking for feedback and wanting to know what he could do better to improve his character and make it as convincing as possible. By opening night, I had the villain that I had truly wished for, and I knew his delivery had been exquisitely executed when he opened the door at the end of the show and the audience audibly gasped, yelled, screeched, and yelped. And I know that's probably a moment he will remember for the rest of his life. Therefore, I present my first Outstanding Performer Award to Baden G. Congratulations, Baden. My final award goes out to a young lady who really never ceases to amaze me with the range that she has. And I knew the role that I handed her was going to demand a lot of her emotionally, mentally, and physically because her character is one of the most hot and cold in the entire show. But as rehearsals went on, as always, she made it look effortless. She too was constantly asking me for feedback, trying new things on her own, memorizing her lines very quickly. And I'll never forget the first time she tried out her manic, hysterical laughter at rehearsal during a scene where one of the characters has just been chopped in half with an axe. And she prefaced the scene saying that she didn't think it was going to sound very good. But then after she did it, everybody kind of stopped dead in our rehearsal because it was just that chilling. And it was in that moment that I knew that our program really had somebody special in our ranks. The image of her in a single spotlight surrounded by nothing but darkness with a noose approaching her from the back will forever be stamped in my memory as one of my favorite images on stage that I've ever seen as a director. And it wouldn't have achieved the impact that it did without this young woman's insane talent. So I present my final Outstanding Performer Award to Giselle Baca. I would also like to give a huge thank you to the 3 young ladies who, kind of like Miss Polly said, helped me keep my sanity during a show that includes a lot of insanity. And those 3 ladies are Aubrey Christensen, Nina Jackson, and Kate Dodson. Thank you so much, ladies.
And now we will move into Winter One Acts. This year we had 3 outstanding shows directed by 6 outstanding individuals whose hard work and dedication paid off immensely. They need to be recognized as well. The directors for the one-act play Disaster, Paige Withy and Gretchen Klock. Another romantic comedy directed by Braden Safranek and Ellie Ketley. And Murder in the Knife Room directed by Adam Swan and Adrian Martin. Thank you for all of your hard work and dedication to Winter One Acts. Now for outstanding performers, these performers were selected by the directors themselves. Our first outstanding performer, a young man who pretty much ran the entire show on crutches, Mr. Patrick Holstein. Our second outstanding performer, I knew somewhere in his theater career he'd be able to wear this costume for at least a second time. It's his own personal costume, but not as Alexander Hamilton, but as a crazy general, Mr. Micah Hett. Another incredible performer this year is a young lady who really embodied her character in more of a serious / comedic role, Miss Jesslyn Banda. And our final outstanding performer goes to a young lady who received a concussion this year, but kept going on because the show must go on, Miss Emily McCabe. Now I will turn it over to Mr. Sean Tate and some crew awards.
Hi, crew. We had a really awesome year for stage crew this year. Between the fantastic geometric floor for 12 Angry Jurors, making a whole house for Miss Becker, and then there were none. And then, of course, the absolutely insane Winter One Acts we had. And not to mention, half a set for Kiss Me Kate. But these awards were voted on by your peers, awarded to you, the crew. Most improved in stage crew this year goes to Antonio Del Toro. Some of his peers said that he's always ready to learn new things, which is absolutely correct. MVP goes to Miss Allie Tremaine. Allie's been called someone you can always turn to ask a question when I'm not around, which I try not to be around you guys. Best attitude, surprisingly, Gretchen Klock. As much as she complains, Gretchen always has a smile on her face when she's doing anything for crew. And the special recognition category, which was an open invitation for anybody to say anything nice about any crew member. 2 very important people stood out, both seniors. First, we had Adam Swan, who was recognized for always taking an interest in teaching new members, especially freshmen, anything. If it's how to build a platform or where tools are or where to find anything, Adam was your go-to guy. Another special recognition award goes to Ainsley Wong for, and I quote, as somebody wrote, her perseverance despite her doubt in her abilities. Thank you very much, crew, for a fantastic year. I don't know what the next year is going to look like, but we will be able to do something, and it's going to be fantastic, and you guys are going to rock it out like always.
At this point, we are going to recognize those individuals who have gained enough points to be inducted into the International Thespian Society. Now we would like to take some time to recognize our four-year seniors. This year, our four-year seniors is an extraordinary group. They have gone above and beyond in so many different ways. They are Micah Het, Adam Swan, Sophie Evans, Ainsley Wong, Ellie Ketley, Sydney Poss, Autumn Evans, Jet Robleza, Raul Cenaceros, and Izzy Lambert. Thank you for your 4 years of dedication.
Hello, Drama Troupe 2013. We have had quite a year, haven't we? It started out with a bang, winning first place in the Homecoming Hall Deck competition, and it only got better from there. We were transported into a deliberation room where 12 angry jurors decided the fate of a young man. We were then whisked away to a desolate island in England, where 9 unlucky guests were about to find out that they were part of a devious plan orchestrated by an unknown murderer in And Then There Were None. Then it was Theater Fest, where we gathered new knowledge, watched multitudes of performances, and some of us even had auditions and interviews for college. Lastly, there were One Acts, where we got to find out who done it in Murder in the Knife Room, got to follow the love triangle of Camilla in another romantic comedy, and got to laugh until our sides got sore in the one-act disaster. As you all know, we were heading into musical season when the unfortunate tragedy of COVID-19 struck, so we didn't get to see Kiss Me Kate go on. But I'm sure it would have been just as spectacular as all the other shows. All in all, this year has been full of ups and downs, but has been an incredible year all the same. I want to thank you for letting me be the president of this fantastic troupe. It was truly an honor and an experience I will never forget. I made so many close friendships and have had so many incredible experiences all of these 4 years that will always stick with me. As this new year begins, I know things will look different, but that doesn't mean that the passion and the drive that each one of you have for theater has to be different. Theater won't go away. It'll only change and evolve just like everything else. It's up to you to keep the electricity alive. West Aurora Theater Troupe 2013 is more than just a troupe. It's a family, and a family never gives up on each other, so I hope that you won't too. I know that whoever this coming year's officers are, I'll be leaving the troupe in good hands. Even as I leave, I know that this theater troupe will always be a part of me. And I know that all of the 2020 seniors feel the same way. So, thank you for letting me lead the troupe. Thank you for letting me be a part of this troupe. And thank you all for being a part of my high school theater experience. I love you all. Thank you.
At this point, we are going to award the Best Thespian Award. This award goes to somebody who embodies pretty much anything and everything that's good and what West High Theater stands for. This young lady is the true epitome of a great person, an outstanding performer, and someone very deserving of this award. This year's recipient of Best Thespian goes to Autumn Evans. And now the moment you've all been waiting for. Our officers for next year, voted in by you, are as follows. Next year's historian, Mr. Braden Safranek. Next year's secretary, Miss Jasmine Strauss. Next year's vice president, Miss Ayana Mann. And next year's president, Miss Gretchen Klock. Congratulations. Thanks for joining us tonight. We know it wasn't the same, but we're glad that you were able to take the time out and join us. We look forward to seeing you, and yes, be assured there is going to be a theatrical season this year. So thanks again. Good night, everybody.
And cut.
That took longer than I thought it would.
Anybody hungry?
Yeah, I can yes.
Ooh, yeah.
Chipotle?
Wait, I
good
didn't
to
bring
me.
extra clothes. Are we?
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
we're fine.
I good? Okay.
I'll take the pearls off.
Don't have pants,
Dip.
maybe, you know.